Every single day, life gives you 24 golden hours. And the question is, what are you doing with them? Because every day, you're either getting closer to your potential or further from your purpose. Your mind is the battlefield where every victory or defeat in your life is first decided. If you want to rise higher, if you want to become more, you must first learn to master your mindset every single day. Most people try to change their circumstances without ever changing their thinking, and that's why they keep repeating the same cycles. You don't break patterns by chance, you break them by choice. Your thoughts are not harmless, they are the architects of your future. Every belief you hold, every story you tell yourself becomes the foundation upon which your life is built. If your thinking is limited, your living will be limited. But when your thinking expands, everything in your world begins to stretch with it. Each day when you wake up, life gives you a blank canvas, and your thoughts are the brush. What you choose to focus on paints the picture of your reality. If you focus on fear, you'll see obstacles. If you focus on faith, you'll see opportunity. The truth is, your external world is a reflection of your internal conversation. If you constantly tell yourself you're not enough, not ready, not capable, then life will echo those words right back to you. But when you decide to speak possibility, to speak abundance, to speak destiny, you start unlocking doors that used to seem sealed shut. Mastering your mindset isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about training your mind to see potential even when things look impossible. The most successful people in the world don't have easier circumstances. They have stronger mindsets. They've trained their thoughts to interpret failure as feedback, not finality. When something goes wrong, they don't say, "Why me?" They say, "What is this trying to teach me?" That's the difference between a person who grows and a person who gives up. Every day, your mind will try to drift toward negativity because that's the default setting of an untrained brain. You have to interrupt that pattern intentionally. The moment you catch yourself thinking small, you must challenge it. Replace doubt with declaration, replace fear with faith, replace excuses with execution. You must feed your mind with wisdom, affirmation, and truth until it begins to work for you instead of against you. The most dangerous thing you can do is let your mind operate on autopilot because it will always land you somewhere you didn't want to go. Mastering your mindset is not a one-time event, it's a daily commitment. It's like building a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Every morning, set your mental thermostat to the temperature of your destiny, not your environment. Don't let what's around you control what's within you. When people doubt you, when circumstances push back, you have to remind yourself that external resistance is no match for internal resolve. You must hold on to a vision of your future so strong that your present can't shake it. Start each day with gratitude and affirmation. Speak life over yourself before the world speaks doubt into you. Say to yourself, "I am capable, I am called, I am chosen, I am equipped." Don't wait for other people to validate your value. Confidence doesn't come from compliments. It comes from clarity, knowing who you are and whose you are. When you live from that place, no setback can define you and no failure can confine you. Your mindset determines your motion. The direction of your thoughts determines the direction of your results. If you think possibility, you move toward opportunity. If you think limitation, you move toward defeat. Every breakthrough begins with a new belief. So work on your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. The person who masters their mindset becomes unstoppable, not because life gets easier, but because they get stronger. Discipline is the invisible force that separates dreamers from doers. It's the daily decision to act, even when emotions are absent and motivation has left the room. Most people wait to feel ready before they move, but the truth is readiness comes after you move. Discipline is doing what needs to be done whether you feel inspired or not. It's understanding that consistency compounds, and every small act done faithfully builds the foundation of greatness. The person who wins is rarely the most talented. They're the one who keeps showing up when others stop. Every successful life is built on a pattern of disciplined choices. Discipline is not about restriction, it's about direction. It's not about denying yourself joy, it's about defining your priorities. You can't master your destiny if you're a slave to your impulses. The world is full of people who start but never finish, who plan but never produce, who promise but never perform. Discipline is the difference between wanting something and becoming someone. When you decide that your commitment will outlast your feelings, that's when transformation begins. Every day you have two choices, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One weighs ounces, the other weighs tons. The pain of discipline strengthens you, but the pain of regret weakens your soul. Discipline is not glamorous. It's early mornings, late nights, showing up tired, staying focused, repeating the basics, and doing the uncelebrated work that no one sees. While others are chasing comfort, disciplined people chase consistency. And consistency always produces confidence. When you do the hard things repeatedly, the easy things become automatic. Most people confuse motivation with momentum. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. You can't rely on motivation, it fades. Discipline must become your internal engine. It's what wakes you up when the alarm goes off. It's what keeps you pushing when your results are slow. It's what reminds you that temporary pain cannot compete with permanent purpose. Discipline teaches you to think long-term in a world obsessed with instant gratification. When everyone else is scrolling, you're studying. When everyone else is sleeping, you're sowing. That's how separation happens. The distance between ordinary and extraordinary is measured in discipline. Discipline also creates freedom. At first, it feels like restriction, but over time, it gives you control over your life. The undisciplined are ruled by their moods, but the disciplined rule their moods. When you can control yourself, you can conquer anything. Discipline gives you the power to say no to distractions so you can say yes to destiny. It sharpens your focus until your actions align perfectly with your goals. Without discipline, dreams remain fantasies. With it, they become reality. It's not enough to work hard once in a while. You must work hard every day. That's where transformation happens. You must develop daily habits that move you closer to who you want to become. Every action you take either builds your character or breaks your commitment. The way you do small things determines how you'll handle great things. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. Even if you fall short, get up and do it again. The victory is not in never falling, it's in never quitting. When discipline becomes your lifestyle, you no longer chase results, results chase you. You attract success because you've trained yourself to be consistent. Your work ethic becomes your reputation. Your persistence becomes your superpower. Discipline is not something you practice occasionally. It's the way you breathe the rhythm of your days, the language of your purpose. And when you learn to master it, you'll realize that success was never a matter of chance. It was always a matter of choice, your choice to be disciplined when others were distracted, determined when others were discouraged, and devoted when others were doubtful. Words are not just sounds, they are seeds. Every word that leaves your mouth is planting something in the soil of your life. The world you live in today is a reflection of the words you spoke yesterday, consciously or unconsciously. Words carry creative power. They shape your emotions, influence your decisions, and ultimately construct your reality. If you speak defeat, you'll attract defeat. If you speak victory, you'll attract victory. Your tongue is one of the most powerful tools you possess, and how you use it determines the kind of life you build. Most people speak carelessly, unaware that every statement they make is shaping their destiny. They say, "I can't," and the mind shuts down possibilities. They say, "I'll try," and commitment evaporates. But when you speak with authority and conviction, when you say, "I will," "I am," and it's possible, you reprogram your mind to act in alignment with your declarations. Your words set your mental thermostat. If you keep speaking failure, you'll stay cold. But if you start speaking faith, confidence, and clarity, your life will heat up to match your new level of belief. Guarding your words begins with guarding your thoughts, because your mouth will always reveal what your mind is full of. If your thoughts are filled with negativity, fear, and self-doubt, your words will echo that. But when your thoughts are filled with purpose, gratitude, and vision, your speech will radiate power. You can't speak victory while thinking defeat. You can't speak abundance while meditating on lack. That's why your first job every day is to align your thoughts with truth. Then let your words follow that alignment. Your words not only affect you, they affect everyone connected to you. When you speak encouragement, you lift others. When you speak doubt, you drain them. Every conversation is an opportunity to sow life or death into someone's spirit. Choose to speak life. Choose to be the person whose words inspire, restore, and elevate. Don't use your mouth to spread negativity. Use it to spread possibility. Be intentional about the language you use, because your language creates your atmosphere. If you speak chaos, you'll live in confusion. If you speak order, peace will follow. Your energy also flows where your words go. If you constantly say you're tired, you'll feel exhausted. If you say you're broke, your mind will find ways to prove it true. But if you start saying, "I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm improving," you shift from limitation to empowerment. The tongue doesn't just describe reality, it directs it. That's why successful people are deliberate with their speech. They understand that words are commands to the subconscious mind. When you say something often enough, your mind begins to believe it and your body starts acting on it. Guarding your words doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means redefining it. You can acknowledge challenges without surrendering them. You can say, "This is difficult, but I will overcome it." You can say, "I may not know everything now, but I'm learning fast." That's not denial, that's declaration. That's you taking authority over your environment instead of letting your environment dictate your emotions. Your words become your agreement with either faith or fear. Every day you must choose which one you'll partner with. Your voice is a force. Use it to bless, not to curse. Speak about where you're going, not just where you've been. Affirm your vision daily. Say it until it feels natural. Speak health when you feel weak. Speak abundance when things look scarce. Speak peace when chaos surrounds you. The more you train your mouth to align with your mission, the more your life will align with your vision. Because ultimately, your life moves in the direction of your most dominant declarations. When you learn to guard your words and your energy, you stop reacting to life and start creating it. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever possess, yet it's the one most people spend without thinking. Every day, you're given 24 hours, and how you use them determines who you become. You can waste time, spend time, or invest time. Wasting time keeps you stuck. Spending time maintains you. But investing time multiplies your future. The difference between people who rise and people who remain is not opportunity. It's how they use their hours. Time is life, And when you waste time, you're not just losing minutes, you're losing pieces of your destiny. Every second you have is a seed, and what you plant in those seconds decides the harvest you'll reap later. If you plant procrastination, you'll harvest regret. If you plant discipline, you'll harvest results. The tragedy is that most people treat time like it's unlimited, but the truth is you don't have forever. Every day is a gift, and gifts are meant to be used wisely. You can't buy more time. You can only trade it. The question is, what are you trading it for? Are you trading it for progress, or are you trading it for distraction? You must become intentional about how you allocate your focus, because you don't manage time, you manage priorities. Time will always flow. It's your focus that determines where it goes. Every morning, you must decide what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Not everything that screams for your time deserves your response. Successful people understand the difference between urgency and importance. They don't spend their day putting out fires. They spend their day building something that lasts. Investing time means identifying what activities create the greatest return in your life. It might be reading that improves your mind, exercising that strengthens your body, or planning that directs your actions. Each moment invested in growth becomes a seed for future greatness. But when you waste time on distractions, scrolling endlessly, gossiping, worrying, you're stealing from your own potential. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Every time you let your attention drift, you're paying interest on lost opportunity. You have to learn to say no without guilt. Saying no to lesser things is how you say yes to greater ones. Protect your time like it's treasure, because it is. Don't let people who misuse their time convince you to misuse yours. Be selective about your commitments, because every yes is a promise to give your energy away. Time is not just something you manage, it's something you must honor. When you honor time, time begins to honor you. You'll find doors opening, ideas flowing, and opportunities aligning because you're operating with intention. You must also learn to redeem lost time. Maybe you've wasted months, even years, doing things that didn't serve your purpose. That's okay, because what matters is not where you've been, but where you decide to go now. The moment you become intentional, time starts to multiply for you. One focused hour can do more for your destiny than a week of scattered effort. Redeeming time means being present, being focused, and being faithful with what you have right now. Your relationship with time determines the quality of your life. People who respect time live in rhythm with purpose. They understand that every moment is either a seed or a loss. Don't just let your days drift by. Create structure, plan your progress, track your growth, and celebrate your consistency. Time is not your enemy, it's your partner. It will reward you if you learn how to work with it. Every minute has potential power, but only those who are wise enough to use it will see it transform into success. When you invest your time with purpose, your life begins to reflect the value of your choices, and you start to experience what it means to truly live intentionally. Faith, health, and relationships are the three pillars that hold your life together. If one collapses, the others begin to weaken. Every day, you must invest in all three because they are the foundation of your peace, your power, and your purpose. Faith fuels your focus, health sustains your hustle, and relationships shape your results. Many people chase success but neglect the very things that allow them to handle it. True success isn't just about achievement, it's about alignment, being strong in spirit, body, and connection. Faith is where it all begins. Without faith, everything else falls apart. Faith is the inner conviction that even when you can't see the whole staircase, you still take the first step. It's believing that something greater is guiding you even in seasons of uncertainty. Faith gives you strength when logic says give up. It gives you peace when everything seems chaotic. You can't have a strong outer life with a weak inner belief. Faith reminds you that what's working for you is greater than what's working against you. It keeps you steady in storms and grounded in gratitude. When you feed your faith daily through prayer, reflection, or meditation, fear begins to lose its grip. Your faith doesn't remove the challenge, it removes the power of the challenge to stop you. But faith alone isn't enough if your body can't carry your mission. Your physical health is the engine of your productivity. You can't fulfill your purpose if you're constantly running on empty. The energy you bring to your goals determines how far you'll go. Every day, you must treat your body like the vessel of your vision. That means resting when needed, moving consistently, eating what nourishes you, and protecting your peace as much as your schedule. Too many people pray for strength while ignoring the habits that destroy their stamina. Health is not about perfection. It's about stewardship. Your body is not a burden. It's a blessing that enables you to serve your purpose with excellence. Then there are relationships, the people you choose to walk with as you pursue your purpose. No one succeeds in isolation. The people closest to you are mirrors, magnifiers, or limiters. They either reflect your best, multiply your growth, or hold you back. Every day, you must assess your connections. Are the people around you encouraging your evolution or enabling your excuses? Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your progress, and who remind you of your vision when you forget it. But also be that kind of person to others. Relationships thrive when you invest love, loyalty, and honesty into them. Don't just seek relationships that benefit you, build relationships that better you. Balancing faith, health, and relationships creates harmony in your life. When your spirit is strong, your body is energized, and your circle is supportive, you become unstoppable. You make decisions from clarity instead of chaos. You operate from peace instead of pressure. That's when you begin to see life flow with a rhythm that feels divinely ordered. Every day, ask yourself, am I feeding my faith? Am I caring for my body? Am I nurturing my relationships? These three questions will keep you aligned with your purpose. Your success will always expand to the level of your foundation. You can't build a skyscraper on unstable ground. Faith keeps you centered. Health keeps you capable. Relationships keep you connected. These are not areas to visit occasionally. They are systems to strengthen daily. When you take care of them, they take care of you. Because at the end of the day, real wealth isn't just measured by money. It's measured by your peace of mind, the energy in your body, and the love in your life. Every day you wake up, you are writing another line in the story of your life. The question is, what kind of story are you writing? Living with purpose and leaving a legacy isn't something that happens by accident. It's the result of daily decisions made with intention. Purpose is not found in a moment of inspiration. It's discovered through consistent action aligned with your values. When you know why you're here, every day has meaning. When you forget why you're here, every day feels like a burden. The difference between drifting through life and directing your life is the clarity of your purpose. Purpose gives your pain a reason and your progress a direction. It helps you see setbacks as setups and challenges as training. Every struggle becomes fuel for your future when you understand that your life has divine design. You are not born to merely exist, pay bills, and fade away. You were born to create, to influence, to impact. Every day you must remind yourself that your purpose isn't about what you get, but about who you become and what you give. The greatest tragedy isn't death. It's living a life with no purpose, never realizing the difference you could have made if you had simply believed you could. Purpose isn't discovered in comfort. It's revealed in movement, in mistakes, in moments when you push beyond what's easy. The reason many people never find their purpose is because they wait for it to appear instead of working for it to unfold. Purpose doesn't come through waiting, it comes through walking. When you start serving, helping, learning, and growing, your purpose starts to reveal itself piece by piece. You can't find your purpose looking at yourself. You find it when you begin to look at how your gifts can serve others. Every person you lift, every problem you solve, every act of kindness plants seeds of legacy that will outlive you. Legacy is not about what you leave for people. It's about what you leave in people. It's not just your possessions. It's your principles. It's not just your success. It's your significance. You can leave your children money, but that money can disappear. Leave them wisdom, and it will multiply. You can build buildings that crumble, but if you build people, your impact becomes immortal. Legacy is built in the quiet moments when no one's watching, in the choices you make when integrity costs you something, in the words you speak when others are discouraged. Every day you have an opportunity to live in a way that your presence becomes a blessing and your absence becomes a reminder of what excellence looks like. Living with purpose means asking, how can I make today matter? It means understanding that small actions can have eternal effects. A smile, a kind word, a bit of wisdom shared at the right time. These are the bricks of legacy. You don't need to be perfect to leave a mark. You just need to be consistent in living by your values. Purpose-driven people don't chase applause, they chase alignment. They measure success not by how much they accumulate, but by how much they contribute. When you live with purpose, everything changes. Your energy becomes focused. Your work becomes worship. You stop reacting to life and start creating life. And as you do, you start to see your legacy forming, not someday in the future, but right now in the way you love, serve, and lead. Your legacy is the echo of your purpose. It's how people remember the way you made them feel, the lessons you taught them, and the strength you inspired in them. You can't control how long you live, but you can control how well you live. When you work every day on becoming the person you were meant to be, you don't just leave behind accomplishments, you leave behind transformation. And that's the kind of legacy that time can't erase, because you did. You're not waiting for the perfect day. This is the day. And if you'll work on the right things daily, eventually you won't have to chase success. Success will come find you.